Have you ever had an instance with a woman where you think everything's going great, conversation feels okay, then you just notice her entire demeanor change? Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J, former marriage and family therapist and Playboy radio show host turned dating coach for men. And today I'm going to talk to you about why women seem to be put off by you when you think you're doing a good enough job. And like the title and Sue, obviously we're going to talk about how 5 of the things you might be doing are coming across as insecure and making her think, I don't feel secure about this guy. And to make sure you never miss out on another opportunity to hear when and why you're losing the women you want, or another one of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with that notification bell. Okay, so something I always tell my clients is that we women always know what's up before you do. Because while y'all are naturally visual processors, we women are more intuitive processors. Meaning you look and scan your environment to see what is a threat, what should I be wary of. Whereas we process our feelings amidst the things we see in front of us. Where, yeah, that looks good, but how does that make me feel? Yeah, that looks safe and all, but what is this feeling I'm having that's telling me otherwise? Which means, as I've been saying, depending on how long you've known me since the dawn of time, that emotions are contagious, right? Like you could totally tell when somebody walks in the room and they're really fucking pissed without them saying anything. Well, all emotions carry that weight, and we women are just so much more perceptive to them. So today I'm going to talk about 5 things you might be doing that you think are seemingly innocent and okay, but they're really just like putting off that, ooh, this guy doesn't feel good vibe. We don't know why you don't feel good. We just know it doesn't feel good to be around you when you do these 5 things, even though you think they're like totally harmless. And this is a bit of an extension of my live stream I did, the 3 things you're doing that are making women cringe. Today we're going to talk about 5, so it might be a little redundant, but I will explain everything a little bit more. Okay, so the first thing you're doing that's just like, oh my god, this guy is so desperate, is over-explaining yourself. I have a couple clients that I swear to God, every time I open my phone, the text is like a novel, or even emails when they have to explain every fucking thing. It's just, it reeks of desperation, and it makes women feel uncomfortable in ways they're not able to understand. But when it comes to you men, we women, we assess as either good or bad, because we have to assess quickly whether or not you're a threat, because y'all are more threatening physically to us than we are to you. So, good or bad, these are the only 2 options we have. If you don't make us feel good, it's bad. So if we hear you over-explaining yourself, we feel bad, because really you're inundating us with information we didn't necessarily ask for or need. They call it trauma dumping. I like that term as well, but it's like, to me, when you give more than you need to, it's like you're just, for the lack of a better word, weighing us down. If you're giving way more conversationally than she needs, you're essentially asking to be fucked off. Because I don't know, again, how long you've been with me, but I always talk about the love bucket, where the bucket can only hold 100%, right? Right. So you give 50, I give 50. If you give any more than 50, I'm gonna have to give less. So yeah, over-explaining yourself, especially when we didn't ask, oh my fucking god, reeks of desperation, really annoying, and makes us think, okay, if he feels the need to explain himself, he clearly isn't confident enough that it doesn't matter, that I don't need to know this shit. When you over-explain yourself, it's like you're trying to get her to like you. Even if you're like, no, she needs to know all this stuff. No, we don't. We don't fucking need to know. Not everybody needs to know your shit. You need to be the guardian of who gets to know all the stuff that you one day will explain more. Also, over-explaining doesn't leave any room for mystery. It just makes us look like you're trying to show us everything because you're scared we're gonna reject you if you don't give us everything up front. And I promise you, that is not how the art of seduction works. So yeah, take a fucking step back. Jesus Christ. 1 sentence. I gotta tell a lot of clients, like, you need to dial it the fuck back, especially if you're talking over her or over talking about yourself without checking in with her or reading the room. You'll see it on her face. Even if she's nodding and saying yeah, if you hear her say yeah, oh wow, more than once, or any combination of wow, oh wow, that's crazy, right, any of that, it means I wish this guy would shut the fuck up already. So let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, now the second thing you're doing that is coming off as insecure is fishing for reassurance. I told this story about this guy. Oh, bless him. The reason I stopped seeing him is because he was so desperately fishing for reassurance, and when I wasn't giving it to him because I knew what he was doing, he eventually flipped out on me. And thank God, because I was like, ooh, I can use that to break up with him. But with every, don't you think I'm like a really cool guy? Or even, aren't I like the coolest guy you've been with in a while? Or even, I bet any guy you've dated before me never did that. It came like one after the other in one night. And I was just like, oh, like Sahara dry puss, just extending more and more and more with every desperate text of his. Again, it's like, hey, make me feel better because I don't feel good and I need you to make me feel better because I suck. Like, no woman wants to have to lift you up. Y'all are heavy, okay? We don't want to have to do it. So if you can't stand on your own and you need us to make you feel good about yourself, that's not a man that makes us feel confident in him. So yeah, stop fishing for compliments or trying to get her to say good things about you. Just, I don't even know how to correct this, except to say that at least build some awareness around this if you're doing this, and then take it to therapy. That will always be my answer. I have nothing else to say about this. It's just weird. Don't do it. Nobody likes the tryhard who's like, oh my god, like, isn't this like so stupid? It's stupid, isn't it? Oh, that was so stupid of me to say. Like, no, it wasn't stupid. Like, shut up. Nobody likes anybody like that, so just don't do it. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Okay, the third one is avoiding eye contact. Like, I think this goes without saying. Eye contact is very important. In fact, I almost didn't even say this because it's pretty obvious, but I'm really surprised that I still get out there. I've still gone on dates. I still talk to men who cannot hold eye contact with me. I'm just like, what's going on, buddy? A lot of times women will think that you not holding eye contact means you're actually not interested in us. So yeah, it does come across as insecure, but it also comes across as he's not feeling this. And you might not be feeling it because you're too in your head, or you genuinely don't think she's that attractive or that interesting. But if you really do like her, maintain the eye contact for at least 3 seconds. No, let's do 3 seconds and then let go. 3 seconds and then let go. Maybe you don't need to do that much longer. I mean, you don't need to just stare at her wide-eyed and never fucking blink. My God, that would be terrifying. I would be terrified, and that would be painful for you, for both of us. So just be mindful of your eye contact, especially when she's talking. When you're talking and you're telling a story, I mean, you'll notice me, I break eye contact a lot, especially when I'm telling a story or I'm explaining something at length. That's fine, but when I'm talking and I'm telling you something, fixate on me, at the very least. Okay, the next one. Oh, bless. We don't need to pretend to be cool with everything. We don't need to be Mr. Yes Guy. Oh my God, I'm so easy, I'm so flexible, whatever you want. Like, don't be that guy. We women want you to say something when you're not okay with something. You thinking that you're being polite or being nice when you are suffering, it makes you look like a puss. I'm like, oh God, this is a guy who like can't stand up for himself. How is he gonna stand up for me? Like, you don't need to ever be chill or okay or good at the expense of yourself, ever. Because we don't want a guy that's just gonna yes man me all the fucking time. We don't want that. We want a man who feels confident enough in himself to say when his self is not okay with something. Again, yeah, once upon a time in school you were taught, don't say that. You can't say that. That's rude. Stop being annoying. But you're a grown-ass man now, and you're allowed to say what's really going on for you. In fact, we women want it because 90% of the people out there are sheeple, but we're looking for the man who stands out from the rest. And you pretending to be chill is just gonna make you fade into the background. Okay, and the last one. Oh God, I told a story about this last night. It's, bragging or one-upping or name-dropping with absolutely zero context. So like, oh my God, my ex used to say stuff like, we'd be going to the car wash and be like, well, I can't just go to anywhere because this is a $170,000 car. Like, okay. And he used to say that all the time to complete strangers, like things like that. And it like made me cringe so hard for him because it really looked like he was like wildly insecure or poor. Like, bro, chill. Anytime you have to overexert your accomplishments when nobody fucking asked, it makes you look desperate. It makes you look try hard. I told this story on my live stream about this one guy my girlfriend met through another friend. So of course she was like polite and they exchanged numbers fine. And he texted her, was like, hey, what's up? It was great meeting you. And she's like, oh yeah, you too. And his next text was just a picture of all his expensive watches. And he was like, oh my God, I bet you never had a guy with a watch collection like this. Like that's the same thing as, fishing for compliments, but also bragging. Like, shut up. And then, she was like, oh yeah, I'm into crystals. And he's like, oh my God, you're into crystals? I'm into crystals. Look at all of my crystals. Then he sent her all these pictures of his crystals. Again, one-upping, name-dropping, bragging when nobody fucking asked. Nobody asked about your watch collection, bro. Shut up. Again, it just makes it look like you're trying to overcompensate or you're desperate for her to see good things about you to give her approval. It's essentially approval seeking. And it makes you look insecure because anybody who's gonna approval seek is beneath us. And you don't ever wanna put yourself in a position where a woman has to look at you like you're trying to be chosen, like you need to prove yourself, because that is a form of pedestalizing. And if you put us on a pedestal, the only way we can get a good look at you is by looking down at you. And you don't want women looking down at you unless you're going down on us. Okay, so let's go to recap and see. Okay, the first one. We're not gonna over-explain ourselves anymore. Shit, just stop over-talking in general. We're not gonna fish for reassurance or compliments. Was this a good thing to do? Was I a good boy? We're also gonna hold eye contact for at least 3 seconds. Number 4, we're not gonna be a yes man. We're not gonna be like, yeah, no, I'm totally cool and chill while you're on fire and hating your life. We're not ever gonna do that. We're not ever gonna sacrifice ourselves for the sake of somebody else possibly not getting their feelings hurt while you are hurting. No, don't do it. She's not worth it. Nobody's worth it. And we're not gonna brag and one-up. Don't be a one-upper. Don't be that guy. And if you wanna know just how you are coming across to the women you want, take my quiz at jessicajdating.com/quiz. I'll tell you exactly how you're coming across based on what we women find desirable in a man. Because a lot of you have no idea what it actually is. jessicajdating.com/quiz. Please be mindful of these 5 things you're possibly doing, especially if you're not an insecure motherfucker when it comes to women. Maybe some guy told you to do all this shit. Maybe you're just used to doing this shit and nobody's corrected you. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but I'm telling you right now, no woman likes this shit. And thank you for watching as always. I will see you next time.